So, Harold, I have a question for you. So, you're used to writing, directing, and producing. How does it feel to see your wife and your daughter stepping into those shoes?
Um, it's not a surprise because I almost can see it coming, even if they couldn't. You know what I'm saying? And when I say that, I'm mainly talking about my wife. Like Kendall Joy, I kind of been, with me and DaNietra been grooming her ever since she was little. Like she been writing short films. I don't know for how long, but
I would say I think since I was like 13, 14. Yeah, 13, 14.
yeah, so I kind of taught her screenwriting when she was young. But my wife, DaNietra, I'm talking about she fought it tooth and nail. You know, every time I try to get her to direct and write, I don't know, I just can't do it. It just ain't funny. And it's like, I didn't say nothing because I know her and I knew it was coming.
That's amazing. We love that. Congratulations again. Okay, Allison. So you played the role of Frankie. Now, this was your first time on screen. Tell me about your experience.
I had a great experience, a great first experience. Young, talented cast, funny comedian, Mr. Hall, Mrs. Hall. You know, I'm just grateful that they gave me this opportunity, and I definitely took advantage of it, and I'm grateful for that.
So would you do it again?
Yes, ma'am, I would.
Oh, okay, great. Now let me ask you this too. By it being your first time, was it hard for you to learn your lines?
Not really. Nah, I just practiced with Justin and we got it. So when I got in front of the camera, it was just like, it was right there. So now it's pretty easy.
Okay, and I know that you and Justin are friends. So how was it being on camera with him and you guys going back and forth with each other?
Hilarious. That's my dog. I want him to do more things. He don't want to, but we gonna get him. We gonna get him.
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah,
get
we
you.
gonna get him.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I want to say something real quick, and it's the same thing for Allison. We've been pushing him for years to act, and he's been fighting it tooth and nail. My wife been on him. Every time she see him, like, you ready? You know, and you know, he'll have the excuse here and there, but it's like me and her, we saw it. We knew it was coming eventually.
Good. So, Miss Peaches, now, let me ask you this. Are there any similarities between you and Aunt Ramona?
The dogs. That's right. The dogs. The dogs. As I had discussed with you earlier, most of the times you, as an actor, you have to know what you're going to be cast at. Yes, there are roles that you would imagine that you would want to do eventually, but you got to start out somewhere. So you got to know what you can play right now, know what you're going to get casted as, and just go with that and just give your 100%. Like as we say in theater, there's no small roles, there's just one. So whatever you get, just run with it, go with it. It can evolve to anything. You know, I'm working with them, and I just want to, once again, as we all have, I just want to thank DaNietra and my bro, because, and when she asked me to sign on, I was just like, no problem. And I had another commitment, but I said no. I said, I'm going to move it for you. I said, because you and Harold were the first two to put me on screen when I came up here. So it doesn't matter what you ask me to do. If you want me to just push a broom, I'll push a broom. You know what I mean? And it's those kind of relationships within this industry that you have to build. You know, you can't forget about who put you on. And a lot of the times that happens where we're so busy with, oh, well, I'm doing this. No, like, remember the people that helped you propel to the moments that you got to. Because those are the people that help build you. I've always said this in the kitchen when I was a chef. It's not me that's doing the job, you're doing the job. I look great because of you. So I've also taken that aspect of the kitchen into my acting. I look great because of them, you know, and that's the thing that, as a trailblazer, that I've learned.
So before I ask the cast my last question, are there any questions from the audience? No question. I know I asked all the questions, but Harold, I do want you to answer this question for me. If there are artists and writers and directors and producers in the audience who really want to step out and push their work out, what is some advice that you will give them to keep moving forward or to put their work out there?
You just got to do it. I know that sounds so cliche, but it's like you have to give yourself the opportunity first. And I know it's hard, but the problem is, in my household, we always say perfection is a form of procrastination. So a lot of times what people do is, because the situation, the opportunity, the money, the project, the people aren't perfect, they won't even try. And so you have to just jump out there and do it, and you got to fail and fail horribly, because you learn everything through failure. Success don't teach you anything. Success is the payoff for you not quitting. So you have to jump out here and just know that if you fail, it's not over. That's not the end. You know, because I'm gonna tell you right now, if you see some of my first projects, them boys are, I don't want to look at them myself. Yeah, them boys are horrible. And hold on, my wife wants to say something. Hold on.
No, I just wanted to reiterate what you were saying, because the word tells us that the Lord will make room for our gifts. I didn't have anything. When we asked, these are professional actors.
Yeah.
They on TV, kind of a series regular on Disney. Lance is recurring on Family Reunion. These are, you've seen what my daughter has done. We didn't have anything, but I had to have faith. And so, amen. And so that's all, I'm not trying to be churchy or anything like that. But a lot of, I have to say this, because I am so grateful for the yes. We've heard no's over and over and over and over and over again, but somebody will say yes to you. Always this young man, or he's a young man right here, Traven and his wife Taja. Me and Traven, we would meet about helping me with social media. I'm not the best in that. And that turned into, amen. That turned into, I said, Traven, I want to do 2 podcasts. He said, okay, let's do it. And Kendall Joy produces them. She's on camera for one of them, as you've probably seen in some of these things, and she produces the other. But that's because somebody gave me a yes. Yeah. And when somebody gives you a yes, be committed to that. Yeah. Be committed, show up. And so when you show up for yourself, other people will see that in you and they will show up for you. So if it is a dream that you've always had, God gave you that. Do something with that. Start with something small. So I just want everybody to just be encouraged. I just had to say that because we didn't have anything. I want to reiterate this right here. We had to sell tickets. I don't like to do that. I'm going to be honest. I had to humble myself because I wanted to be able to provide. I don't want nobody to buy no tickets to come and have a good time. That's just me being real. But I talked to a friend of mine. She said, DaNietra, you're just going to have to sell a ticket. And I said, but it's Christmas time. And I started to think about the things that I didn't have. But God is not a God of lack. So we have to start to think from kingdom. Okay, so I'm just Again, I'm not trying to send me though. So I have to tell y'all because there are a lot of dreams that didn't make it because people didn't believe. It took faith to ask these young men to sign on for this. To ask someone of Cedric Joe's caliber to sign on for the next one. Clay is a supporting, he's a leading actor, but wanted to support the kids. Where are you doing that at? Amen. Sorry, y'all. And ladies and gentlemen, that's what we do here at Pinkmas.